Warhab. Rahubat. Warhab. Checking my audio. And then I'll start. All in blessings. Warhab. Rahubat. Warhab. Everything looking good. Everything is sounding good. Yes. Here we are with another one. Let me right off the back, I'm going to put the link in there. Okay. No, not that one. I'm gonna put the link. I want you to come on. I'm also going to put it on the Facebook for anybody that wants to come on. Just give me a second. We get started. Okay. Paste that link. There goes the link. If anybody wants to come on, also let me send this. Also, let me do it to my. 1 second. I'm gonna send it to my Gmail, and then tag that and put it on my Facebook. Make sure everybody can get that. Anybody that wants to come on in, you're more than welcome to come on in, y'all. Come on in. Yeah, we're gonna hang out. It's Thursday. I usually do my spiritual stuff on Thursday nights, but it's Thursday. I'm feeling pretty well, very well rested. I took a long walk. Oh my. Give me a second. Let me just do something here real quickly. If you're enjoying that little music I did there, I put that together. Let me see. Can anybody figure out where's that bass line from? Where is the horn from? That's playing there, and also the strings. What song is that? Let's see if you know your songs. Okay, I just want to put this on Facebook, so I gotta grab it. I gotta grab it. Where is it? Okay, here it is. So that way I can put it on Facebook. Anybody that wants to come on in, welcome to come on in. Oh no. What's going on? No. Okay. Let's see. There, copy URL. There you go. Wow. Doing this on the phone, it's a painstaking. It's like surgery. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my phone, I got my desktop. Like I said, I'm gonna fix my laptop, but I have multiple phones. Working. I got my iPad also. Man, damn, that's too much technology, right? Wepa que nepa. Bro, I'm gonna show you something, Alex. Quédate ahí. I'm gonna show you something. My aunt, peace and blessings to you. I'm gonna show you something. Pa mi gente. I'm going to show you something right now. Okay, that is the link to get on if you want to get on. Yes, all in blessings to everybody that's here. Let me show you. Wepa kenepa. Mira. Kenepa. I got Kenepa. Mira, Alex. Kenepa. It's from Santo Domingo, but it's Kenepa. For those people that don't know, Kenepa is a natural candy. It was a candy. I remember in Puerto Rico, when I used to go visit my grandparents over there in Maunabo, when I went there in the 70s, I think it was 73, 74, right? There was still a lot of land. There was a lot of animals, a lot of land, a lot of fruits and stuff. We used to spend our time out there in the beach, you know what I'm saying? The sugar cane, you could eat sugar cane. Mango from the tree, guayabas and kenepas. Yeah, it's the candy. You crack the shells. You crack the shells. I have to show you, and it has a little meat thing inside. This is natural candy, kenepa. Now I'm gonna research to see what are the properties that it has and what does it have and stuff like that. But yeah, kenepa, mira mat, kenepa, wepa kenepa, we say, right? What's going on with my phone? I can't see anybody on my phone here. Ahí está. All right. It's a little delay. Okay. So yeah, Wepa Kenepa. Here you go. For those brothers who one day want to visit the island of Borinquen, La Isla de Encanto, the Enchanted Island. You want to go and visit that island? This is how. Buen provecho. Thank you. This is. Hopefully you can go, to the mountainside and those areas and sit under a tree and talk to the owners of the land, or go sit in the tree, or go fishing street, or go to the creek. We used to go to the creek and go to cazaba camarones, shrimps. Now I know the diet is different from Israelites. It varies from Israelites, Christians, and Muslims. Certain diets, certain things we're not supposed to eat. You know what I'm saying? But, with all due respect, in the island, there's a lot of fruits and vegetables. Very, as far as animal, we're going to talk about that because some brother on another podcast brought up some good point about that, about eating meat. But anyway, natural candy, bro. But you got to be careful with the pit. Peace, Tori. The link is there if you want to come on in. Anybody wants to come on in. I'm hanging out. I'm going to speak about different things. Yeah, Tori. From the island. If you go to the island, you say, hey, can I get some canepas? Canepas. Natural candy. We used to from the tree, the tamarind, right? We used to get that and crack the shells, eat that out. That was the candy, natural candy, not the stuff that you see now. You know what I'm saying? The chocolate was a cocoa. Hansu, Alice could tell you that. I think his father grows cocoa, has a cocoa tree. And speaking about cocoa, I like to acknowledge the Empress of Sheba, the Empress of Sheba III, Kasambura, Deborah Amelia, the Empress of the African Union, of the African Royal Kingdom of the Federation of the South, right? You have a federation of all those chiefs, kingdoms, queendoms, all those tribes on the south side, from Africa, all the way from Yemen, from southern Arabia, all the way down into Ethiopia, all the way down to the Sudan and to South Africa. You have a federation. So the African Union, coronated a empress to represent that federation of the South. That's and named it Queen of Sheba because she comes from that line, the Tamari line. She comes from that line. Her mother was a Mary. May she rest in peace. So her Imperial Majesty comes from that line. There are houses, there are lines, there are secessions. You know what I'm saying? Like where I was around Ansarullah. So I met Sayyidi. Hey, Tori. Sorry, I didn't see you. There you go. Let me add you on there, brother. Peace, Tori. Okay, so there's a secession. Like you had for the Rastafarian, Haile Selassie was an emperor. His succession was the Solomonic line, the line of Ethiopia, and going back into the Solomonic school of thought, the Solomon. You know what I'm saying? The temple that was built. Their families, that lineage, are still in existence today. Like you study your lineage. My lineage goes back into Mali. My lineage goes back into Haiti, Mali, Africa, and also the Iberian Peninsula. But they're houses, family. So you got crests that represent some of these houses, depending on, you know what I'm saying? So they take it very seriously. So a shout out to the Empress of Sheba, of the third one, because there was a Sheba the first, at Makeda, right? And then you had another Sheba the second. Now this is the third one, secession. She's coronated by the African Union. You know what I'm saying? And the African Union is recognized by the United Nations. So I know that's a little like, people don't mess with that. That's okay. That's fine. But just to consider that there are tribes that take it seriously. You go to Africa, there's chiefs, tribes passed on from family to family, right, Tori? You've heard about that, right? They passed it on. Also, there's a more. So my upbringing, later on when I learned, was the line of the Mahdi, Sayyid, because I met the Prime Minister of Sudan. So the Mahdi's family, they trace their lineage back all the way to the Prophet Muhammad. They trace it back. They have a succession. Records are kept that they trace it back to the Prophet Muhammad, right? And his daughter Fatima and her, I think the Prophet nephew Ali married Fatima, right? And had kid Hussein, on and on and on, right? And that succession, that line goes all the way into Sudan. From Arabia, married into Sudan. That line is called the Mahdi, and there where you get the Mahdi line, right? That lived in 1870 and around that time, and he was a revolution. He liberated the country of Sudan from the Egyptian army and from the Turks. He liberated, so they celebrate, to this day, they celebrate that in Sudan. So this is the Mahdi line, so this is the house of Mahdi, what I'm saying? So I was very close, right, with Prime Minister, and also Sayyid al-Imam Isa al-Hadi al-Mahdi, who was from that line, that succession, what I'm saying? So I have the pin Ahlul Bayt. Ahlul Bayt, Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, named, you had the Sahaba, but then you had Ahlul Bayt, was the family members, his children, his grandchildren, his great-grand, the family members was known as Ahlul Bayt. Now, I don't know why they gave me that pin, Ahlul Bayt. I don't know why. That was given to me by some elders, and by Sayyid Sadiq and Sayyid al-Imam Isa gave me this pin, Ahlul Bayt. Now, I don't know why, because I don't know. I can trace it back to Mali, but I don't know from Sudan, because one time it was all known Sudan and they're traveling. I don't know. You see, I would have to do more research on that. And why would I be given a pin called Ahlul Bayt, family of the house, that Muhammad family was named? Because I could be the bloodline. I don't know. To be honest with you, Tori, I don't know. All I know is when Islam exploded in New York, when it exploded, to me, it was like, I gravitated towards that. I for some reason, I just gravitated towards it, And then I started praying 5 times a day, reading the Quran, wearing the jalabiyah, putting on the emma, what I'm saying? And then meeting Arabs, meeting Sudanese, meeting Mali, and my teacher, my Arabic teacher was Salim Sisi from Senegal. He was from Senegal, and he taught me Arabiya Fusah, the right way to pronounce the words and stuff like that. So, Tori, how's your day, man?
It's good. How about you?
I'm good. Beautiful, bro. The weather here, I get so excited when the weather just gets so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? When I woke up, it was 74, so I opened up all my windows and opened up my balcony because I'm on the 3rd floor, so I got all the trees and I'm in the hill. I opened that sucker up, man, and the house felt so good, so right. Man, I was just relieved. And my daughter and family, they just left on a trip to Orlando. They left on a trip, so I'm alone with my son. Party time. Nah, not really. We're very quiet. We don't do that. I was like, yo, I gotta go to ABC, get a bottle, sit down and just say, hey, it's party. I said, do they have those Tori, I know you're a young man, but like, I'm gonna be real with you. I was like, I wanted to buy like one of them portable stripper poles and put it in my living room. And invite you, hey girl, come on, girl, do your it's party time. Boys would be boys, right? Tori, if you was to be around me, but I don't know. I know I won't spoil you. I'll treat you with the royalty that you are, but it will have to be fun. Boys will be boys. It'll be fun. Hey, as long as you do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, funny thing about that, my aunt has a stripper pole in her house.
Oh man, is she fit? She's good at it?
I mean, she doesn't use it. I mean, not to my knowledge, she doesn't use it, but she just has it there. I don't know, maybe for special occasions.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, listen, I gotta give it up. I gotta give it up to those women that utilize the stripper pole. I met this young lady that I saw her online, and then I also been to strip clubs. You know what I'm saying, with a couple of friends of mine, and I met this one girl was crazy over me. She followed me all over the strip club, gave me her number and everything, but she was just learning how to use that stripper pole. But I gotta give it to them, bro. That is a freaking art, man. You know what I'm saying? To balance yourself like that and twirl, I'm like, man, I gotta give it to them. You know. And the girl was learning, and so she was doing some stuff, and I was like, go ahead, girl. I think you got some talent there, man. And then she called me, but I spoke to her, but I didn't really want to get involved. I was like, nah, you high maintenance, girl. You have to have a lot of money. You know, like a Scarface. What did Tony Montana say? You get the money first, and then you get the woman. Get the money first, man. Get the money first. You gotta have the money first, and then the women. It's bad. I'm eating canepas. So you ever heard of canepas?
Oh, nah.
It's a natural candy from the island. These come, out of Santo Domingo. So they grow on trees. You know, a lot of them. I got a whole bowl of them. You know, they grow on trees. So in the islands, if you go to the islands, sometimes like Jamaica, Trinidad, Santo Domingo, Haiti, or you go to Puerto Rico, there's these hanging things in the trees, and so you can spend outside. You don't have to spend money on candy. This is natural candy. It's like the tamarind. You know about the tamarind, right? You open and crack the shells and eat it. You ever ate that?
Nah.
Yeah, tamarind. So this is coquenepa. You break the shell, and it has some meat in there. You see?
Yeah.
You see it, and you suck on it. You eat the meat. I'm gonna find out what are the nutrients that it has in the property, because it's natural. It grows in the islands in the Caribbean. I had a mango today. Oh my, I love mangoes. You do any fruits?
I don't eat fruit that much. I mean, you know, when my grandmother, when she buys watermelon, you know, she gets it and she gets it cut up.
Oh,
so I eat that.
I just bought a watermelon. I got a watermelon right now in my refrigerator. I just bought a watermelon, cut that sucker in half, break up into pieces, put it in the bowl, put it in the refrigerator, and that's what I be munching on. Watermelons, almonds, and canepas. This morning I had a mango. I did mess up. I did have some quesadillas and some wings. But I munch. I'm not having that full meal like that, so I kind of like snack during the day. I'm trying to gain weight, you know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of weight, so I'm trying to gain a little weight. I'm going back on tour, Tori, as a musician. Yep, I'm going back out there playing. I'm gonna film it. You know, I'm going out there to play, and I'm gonna be playing all over the place. You know, going back to Orlando, Florida to play with some friends, and also traveling to Mexico. You know, for a gig. So I'm working on a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, did you don't have me on Facebook, right?
I think I did add you on Facebook. I might have, or I probably didn't.
Well, I'm gonna make the announcement here. Check this out. You tell me what you think about this. So my good you know, the brother Kuna from Fopi, he reached out to me. Really nice. You know, I like that brother. Very nice. Very humble, you know, very gentle. You know, what he's showing me, you know, I don't know. So he wants me to do a presentation tomorrow on his channel, Fopi. You got Fopi's channel?
Yeah, I watch them all the time.
All right, I'm gonna do a presentation. I'm gonna do the higher science of nature. The higher science of nature, and I'm gonna give a little tease over here in a little bit. We're gonna go over a little discussions here, a little tease, but that's what I'm gonna do. Lately, I've been reaching out to a lot of my brothers that Hebrew brothers, you know, brothers that are Israelites, because I did spend a lot of time at the Nubian Islamic Hebrew School Center. You know what I'm saying? But we were more like Abrahamic Milad in Islam, you have what is called Milatu Ibrahim, right? You heard about that, right?
Oh, dang, I never heard of that.
Milatu Ibrahim means the way of the Prophet Muhammad. I mean, the Prophet Ibrahim. Ibrahim is Abraham. Yeah. So his ways. He was the father of many nations, and many nations. What I mean, he was the father of the Ishmaelites, Ishmael, right, and the Israelites. Now, this is the thing. Ishmael was named first because he was born first. He's 13 years older than who? Isaac, was it?
Yeah, Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac, right? So he named Ishmael after El because he was told to go back to the worship of Elun El because he was learning a lot of stuff from Egypt. So he was told by Melchizedek, go back to the worship of your ancestors, which is Elun El, the definite article, the El, Elun El, right? So he named his son Ishmael. That means the El, Elohim, the El, Ilah will hear you. Ishma, ear, will hear you. But then Isaac, he didn't name him El, right? It was later on that I think, was it Isaac that wrestled with the angel? Or
I think it might have been Jacob.
Jacob, right. Isaac's son, Jacob, wrestled at the rock called Peniel. Peniel was represents, right? They say pineal gland, right? Pineal, right? He wrestled, so he's seeing the Elohims ascending and descending, right? He grabbed one of those Elohim and told him, bless me, right? Remember that? So when he did that and wrestled with him and subdued that particular Elohim, they told him from here on now forth, you're going to be known as Israel. Why? Because Israel means to ascend. You have ascended to the elves, right? So that's where Milatu Ibrahim come from. Those two lines, Milatu Ibrahim, what they call Abrahamic faith, which is Muslims and Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Muslim and Israelite. Also, Christianity is part of the Abrahamic faith, but it's a more Romanized thing. But that's that faith. So I had a vision. Let me tell you about my vision. I'm sorry to rattle on if you want to interrupt me. And I had a vision, right? It happened a while ago, and I already had lived out this vision, right? So I can reveal it here. So I had a vision that I was climbing these stairs, right? But I was getting tired, man. I was climbing these stairs, climbing these stairs, right? When I got to the top, I was almost like, oh man, almost on all fours. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen a bunch of eyes, pairs of eyes, was looking at me, and one of them said, "You are one of the Council of Nine." And I said, "What? You are one of the Council of Nine?" So they were smiling at me and saying, I made it. I was one of the Council of Nine. Later on, I figured out the Council of Nine means Ansarullah. Council of Nine also being, the nine, spiritual masters that help the main spiritual master. Just to give you a little thing about that. You know what I'm saying? People ask me, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Have you ever been to East Africa?
No.
Oh, you never been to Ethiopia, Somalia?
No. I'm definitely going. Yeah, I'm on my way. Even to Kemet, yeah. No.
I was talking to an Ethiopian brother yesterday. He said that I look Somalian. He asked me if I was Somalian. I said, nah, I'm African American. I said, where are you from? He said, I'm from Ethiopia.
Yeah. Well, You look Sudanese. You look Sudanese to me. Sudanese.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now, one person said I look Cameroonian.
Well, all over. Remember, though, that phenotype that you have, it's a beautiful phenotype. It's a royalty. I see it. The fat dough, the good lip. I got, you know what I'm saying? And the way your face is shaped. Yeah. You have the Shangia faith, which is around. Then you have the Dongolawe. You see, I got a more of a Dongolawe shape, long face. People that got long face and almond eyes, semi-thick lips, but big nose, those Dongolawe. The Dongola tribe. Yeah, Dogons also, Dongolawe from Mali. So that's how you see that. But I also have a lot of Iberian Peninsula, which are the North American, what they call the North Africans. The North Africans that went from the Sahara, from Mali, into Andalusia, which is today known as Portugal and Spain.
Yeah. Oh, those are the Moors?
Moors. They call them Moors because Moor is Phoenician, is Latin, Moorish Latin. It means Moor, Moreno is a term of endearment. You know what I'm saying? So to us, if I call you Moor, I'm calling you amor, amore, like Italians. Mi amor, my love, my loved one. You're my loved one. You're my Moor. You amor, amore, moreno. They switched it. You know, now negro was a more derogatory term, but negra means black in Latin. Yeah, they just switched it.
Oh, negrita. What does that mean? That's like the Spanish word for a black woman. Yeah,
for black, negrita for black. Now they use it as a term of endearment now, because a lot of people complain about, you know, these islands like Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo. These are black people also, you know, and so there's a custom even in Spanish when we say, "Oye negro, ven acá, mi negro." That means that's a term of endearment. My black one. Oh, mira, ven acá, mi negro. Oh, mira, moreno soy. There's a song called Moreno Soy by Luigi Taxidor. And that means, again, term of endearment. It's a term of endearment. Because any Spanish people you see out there, right? You look at them and they could be looking white. But you ask them a question, tell them, your great-grandmother, where was she? How did she look? Guarantee somewhere in that person's DNA, it's a black African woman. Somewhere in that family that you think, oh, they look all white and everything, there's that dark lady.
Yeah.
That beautiful black woman that sits, that was the one that cooked. Like they say, mama's house, big mama's house. You know what I'm saying? She cooked. And also we have Taino, because my great-grandma was more like Indian looking, but very melanated, but she was more Indian looking. But she's the one that, man, you went there, she cooked you up a great meal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents are brown skinned, but you know, I look just like my mom, you know, except I'm just a little bit darker. Well, actually, I'm way darker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we used to be the same complexion when I was younger, but you know, I was in the sun a lot. I got darkened up.
When I talk to you in about 3 weeks, and I'm in Orlando, Florida, you're gonna be like, "Is that you?" I'll get black. I mean, I get melon black. I'm like a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? If I don't get sun, I get light. Really, everybody. We just all different shades of brown, right? Hey, Kwana, blessings to you, my brother. Yeah, blessings to you. Yeah, we all just different shades of brown, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And my brother Tito Puente Jr. is here, man. Hey, shout out to you, my brother. It's Mambo time. I love playing.
Hey, that was pretty good.
You know, I grew up playing. You know, I was so well. My family, everybody in my family. You know, my grandfather was a reverend in the Pentecostal, but in his room, which we weren't too much allowed to go into his room, he had a podium because he was a reverend. So that's how he practiced. He had the Bible on a podium, a big podium. Then he had a saxophone. He had a saxophone player, you know. So all my uncles, they play drums. Oh yeah, they play drums. They all play drums. One of them actually played professional with a band in Puerto Rico, and they were on the radio. He's good. And then my two of my uncles are extraordinary percussionists. Two of them, Richie and Pablo. Pablo, may rest in peace. And Richie Pacho, very, very great percussionist. And so I grew up in the family in that. And then when I moved to a neighborhood, it was primarily a lot of Cubans, but black Cubans, melanated Cubans. Like you be a Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. And they used to take out their drums, and that's what you heard in the street. that was their thing. Is take out the drums and one person bring on a drum. Everybody came from everywhere playing drums. So that we say when you go around a Spanish neighborhood, you hear them drums, the guys in the corner and the drum. If you know anything about New York, that's the way it was. And so that's part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? And so I raised in that neighborhood. And I was about 9 years old when I started like playing, a lot of drums. My teacher was Justi Barreto, which was a very melanated, short, melanated looking African guy, always dressed in white. And that was my teacher. He taught me. He taught me that Colombia. He taught me how to play that. And then from then on, I just play. And then when I started hanging out, I was different because even though I listened to Spanish music, I grew up listening to a lot of R&B, like Marvin Gaye, BT Express. If you listen to the old albums in the 70s, you hear a lot, like Earth, Wind & Fire, a lot of percussion. Also the OJs and stuff like that. So that's when I started learning Curtis Mayfield, all that. Now I can do drill music. Yeah. Drill music. I like sort of like create different things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Kunasa, he plays percussion, congas. Hey, nice. Yeah. Respect. Beautiful. I love when people play. He said he needs me. Yeah, man. So yeah, to me, every family should raise the children playing a musical instrument. Tori, pick up an instrument, man. Pick up a guitar, piano. I got a piano here. I play piano because I play vibes. My son's got a guitar. He's playing guitar. Pick up an instrument because that's going to lead me to this conversation that music, right? The art of musing, right, is taking tones that's already there. There's tones in that vacuum. You got the scale, do re mi fa sol la ti do. You got all those tones, right? And all those tones that you can imagine are there. When you squeeze it out with an instrument, that's creation. Because creation is taking something from existence or subsisting, squeezing it out, and putting it into some type of form. So you take these tones and you put harmony. I wish I would have set up my piano and stuff. Harmony. And then you give it rhythm. And that's what creation is all about. So when you talk about the creation of man, right? That means what was in existence before man was created? There had to be, right? You say the dust of the ground, there had to be clay, underneath the clay, or there had to be particles, right? There had to be blood. All these, everything that's in existence had to exist, and it was squeezed out to form and create something. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to touch upon tomorrow, but I'm going to go in deeper about the laws of nature and how, I'm not going to give too much away now, Coronado, it's all right. And so how to be more cognitive of natural nature. You know what I'm saying? From a physical perspective, at the same time, you can extract that from biblical text and from Quranic text. You can extract that. When you have the mind, again, to go into these ideas and concepts, right? Separate those allegories and metaphors, you know what I'm saying? Look at the literal, all that, squeeze it out and put it into this form, which creates a better communication for your family and for your children. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's this discussion. I was going to share my screen here. Hold on. Just give me a second. So I don't know. Did you see the yes, Kuna, see you soon. Did you see the podcast I did about space vacuum?
Oh, I'm meant to watch it. I gotta.
That's okay. That's okay. Because tomorrow, if you tune in, I think it's about 12 o'clock. If you tune in, we're gonna touch upon that. You know, the triad. You see, music has a triad, right? The nature of music. You got what? Melody, harmony, and rhythm, right? Right? You got the triad. If you got persons, what is it? Persons, places, and things, right? Triad. In the biblical text, you got what? You got the Son, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, right? Triad, right? In Islam, you know, you got the Allah, and the Allahumma, right? You know, so nature has a triad. When you look at the nature of nature, right, it has a triad, and it's called space, which is vacuum, matter, which is the sums of things, and time are the three. Triad. So we're going to discuss that more into detail. We're going to break that down. I'm going to give you a little teaser because, like I said, I'm doing a class on that. My class is going to my initiative now. I have two initiated that they're going to be the spiritual masters, and they're going to when I want to instruct them or guide them, like I was guided into the mystic way of life, so they can understand Bruce Lee movies and the mystical, the things that, you know what I'm saying, looking at life. Rumi, the mystical Rumi, Sufism, right? Rumi, the poet, Gibran, right? You know, there's a lot of men and the same mystical saying, you know, like check this out. Two birds tied together, even they have four wings, cannot fly. Right? Two birds tied together, even though they have four wings, they can't fly. That's a mystical saying. That's to teach us a lesson. You know what I'm saying? That's in the Circle of Iron, Bruce Lee, Circle of Iron. That goes all the way back into Suf Now Valley. You know, this is the teachings. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, C-Los, have you watched a lot of Bruce Lee's movies?
Yes, growing up. Oh, are you kidding me? Man, when Bruce Lee first came out, we went into the theater, and that's like 1972 or 71. We used to go in the theater. All these kids on the block, you know, black and Hispanic, we're in the theater. But when that movie was over, we came out of that theater fighting each other. I made nunchucks, and I broke my mother's broom.
Oh Lord!
Put a screw, put a chain to another screw, and made nunchucks. And I was good. You have people that mastered the nunchucks in the hood. I was like, all because watching Bruce Lee.
I like that Enter the Dragon one.
Yeah, because there's two Enter the Dragons. There's one, there's an action part movie, but there's another Enter the Dragon that they cut out the sayings, the philosophy, the philosophical part of the movie. They cut a lot of that out. But I think they pull out a deluxe CD or DVD with those philosophical sayings that Bruce Lee used to put in there in the movie. I think they put it back in there, but you got to get the deluxe tape. Yeah.
My favorite character was Bolo.
Yeah, Bolo was nice. Yeah, I grew up watching. You ever seen Bolo's solo movies, like movies he made?
Nah, I watched a few clips. Like, I watched the fighting scene. Him and that other guy,
John Saxon.
I don't know his name, but
the white guy, John Saxon.
Yeah, and it was like a fight to the death, and there was that explosion. When Bolo he got electrocuted.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I forgot about that one. I seen the one he was on the beach fighting.
Yeah, he was a villain in most of his movies.
Yeah,
and most of the
yeah,
movies he starred in.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. Bolo was nice, man. I mean, the body that he had was, and the strength that he had. I think he was one of the Bruce Lee students, right?
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. Because a lot of those actors that were there, like Jabbar from Games of Death, John Saxon, a lot of them study under Bruce Lee. Yeah, he used to go around Hollywood teaching a lot of actors because they had to do some of their own stunts and fight scenes and stuff. Like that guy that did Man Called Flint. I don't know if you ever seen the Super Agent Man Called Flint. Yeah, a lot of those moves, those are Bruce Lee taught him all those moves. You know how to do that in Hollywood. Yeah, I was a big fan. I'll be honest, I was a big fan. But there was a black man that beat Bruce Lee.
Oh, who was he?
Last name Moore, Moore. I forgot his first name. Yeah, Bruce Lee could not knock. Remember, Bruce Lee used to punch people from a short distance. Pop.
Oh yeah, the woman's.
He couldn't do that to this guy, and this guy beat him in one of his competition. And Bruce Lee gave him honor, bowed down to him. Something Moore, yeah, a black man called Moore, yeah.
Oh yeah, Bruce Lee. He used to play. He used to play ping pong with his nunchucks.
Wow, isn't that amazing, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Amazing with the nunchucks, bro. Oh, when I watch that, I'm like, oh, come on, man. He was he used to electrocute his body because the muscles, yeah, to generate those muscles. He always walked around electrocuting his body to gain that physique.
Wow. I remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That guy was big.
One of the first ones to be dunking like that in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
We're just kicking it here. Yeah, we're just kicking it here. Just my man over here, Tori. I got it on Facebook. This is being broadcast on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Silos, I gotta go check on something real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, okay, go ahead, because I'm gonna share the screen here and just go into a little build. So let's go into a little build here, my people. Hold on 1 second. Until Tori gets back. Well, I'm just kicking it with my man Tori. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me share this. Bring this down. And I think where is it? Is it here? No, man, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, man, let me see. No. Okay, let me get out of here. Sorry about that, folks. I gotta relook for my I gotta relook for it. I gotta look over for it. So let's do that. Give me 1 second. Let me go in here for a minute. Yeah, I had it here, but I don't know why did I? Oh yeah, no, I do have it. I'm sorry. Here it goes, right here. Let me see. Oh, here you go. Wait a minute. What happened to it? I just lost it. Gee, I just lost it. I'm here, Tori. I'm just trying to look for something here. Here it goes. Yeah. So what I was speaking about, let me hold 1 second here, was about these documents called the Nature in Nature. You're here, and you can see that, right?
Yep.
Do you see that?
Oh yeah.
The screen. Yeah, this is Nature in Nature. Now a lot of people say, "Oh, why are you using these people, the Noonie Boons, and this is Afriuno?" Because this is part of our teachings. Let's spread it over. I can go to other texts, what I'm saying, Sufi texts and whatever, but this is more simplified and it explains a lot more in here. So I wanted to go into the word triad, So the word triad, like the word triad, means a combination of three beings, right? The word matter means the combination of all beings. So triad means three beings, but matter is the combination of all beings, and all being except space and time. Matter is a combination of space and time as the one unique supreme being. So matter together with space and time is what? Is named the one supreme being. That's the triad. Now, etymologically, the word matter means mass and other physical and material stuff. Matter, mass. So in nature science, with now Valley science, matter is anything and everything that occupies space, that vacuum. Anything that occupies space. You right now are occupying space right now. Everything around you, physical, is occupying a space. So matter is everything and anything that one can see, hear, feel, also taste and smell, right? You can see it and also feel and think. Thoughts are things. So in the universal science, all kinds and all types of energy, when you speak about energy, are matter also. Although they might not have any measurable atomic weight, just like you have hydrogen, helium. You go on the periodic table, you also in the etheric, and the etheric side, you also have ether 1, ether 2, ether 3. You also have elements in the etheric elements that have no atomic weight. This is physics and chemistry, right? Higher science. Now, energies are matter too, because energy are simply the active ingredients and parts of matter, that energy, right? So matter produces all energy that exists. So in order for you to have anything, any energy at all, matter is producing it. Have ever existed and that will ever exist. That's a point. That energy, thoughts, because you have thoughts come because there's a matter generating that thoughts. And those ideas and concepts that you have are being generated by a matter because the things you hear, see, taste, feel, you know what I'm saying? It generates this energy and it generates these ideas, these concepts, and also consciousness, which is that ball of energy, that ball of light. I hope I'm not going too deep into that. Do you understand? Tori, you get that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. I'm asking you because I want to be able to tone it to a perspective where it makes sense. Common sense. It makes sense. That first of all, yeah, matter do occupy space, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So space is all around us, right?
Yeah.
Right. And energy is also matter, right?
Yeah.
Any thought that you have, right, is because what? Because of things you hear, things that you see, things that you sense, right? Things that you feel, right? So you would develop these ideas and concepts. You see, what's important is that there's nothing that goes poof and it exists.
Oh yeah.
There's no such thing. Everything is already eternal, infinite, is already subsisting and existing. You cannot have space if you don't have matter. And you cannot have matter if you don't have space. That's point blank. So sometimes religious people get tripped up because they think that there's a man who goes poof with a magic wand and woo, and it appears. It doesn't work like that. Nature does not work like that. So this alone, this reasoning kills all that. kills that spook stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because now we overstand. Now we stand to reason that, hey, listen, everything that exists, anything and everything, is because of matter and the relationship matter has with space. You see, but now sometimes space can hide that matter. It gets caught up in a vacuum, so you don't see it. But it doesn't mean that it's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
No. So I'm just gonna leave it there because, but that's to home in on that teaching, to that perspective, is that first of all, I did the one about space. Space is vacuum. It's the hider. It's the vacuum. It's the germinator, because you need that. It's the blackness. Space is blackness. It's vacuum. Blackness is vacuum. Everything is being caught in like a vacuum, right? So it facilitates the movement of particles, which is matter, that always will and always is in existence. And I always mention subsisting, because subsistence is another thing. That's when things, subsist means you submerge, existing. It's a different type of existence that is there. You know what I'm saying? But we'll go into that at another time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? That's all what it's about. What you want to hear?
Are you pretty good with them drums?
I'm learning. I'm learning pretty well. Yeah. You was gonna say something? You was gonna ask something?
Oh, nah.
Yeah. So yeah. You where? You're what state you are in again?
Oh, I'm in Maryland.
Oh, Maryland, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, me and Elder Quina,
Quina's in Maryland? Oh,
yeah. Well, Sharshem is in Baltimore. I'm in District Heights. I'm in Prince George's County. And Quinath, he's from DC. I don't know where he resides in right now, but he's from DC.
All right, cool. Yeah, he was on it, but I think he had to do something. He said, "See you soon."
Yeah. I tell people I'm from Maryland, they automatically assume that I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah, I made an early announcement on my Facebook Live, and I know that I'm going to get a little bit of backlash because I don't know what's going on between, the issue of camophobia and lines. But it's good because I think it's just going, I don't know. It's good. They're learning back and forth. But also with Sarnetta, I don't know what happened there. But I'm not there for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there for that also. And then people ask me, well, once in a while I see you rocking a Kemetic hat. Yeah, that's my name, Kepra. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm Now Valley Science. Was the Kemetic people took Now Valley Science here and adopted that. So I'm able to cloak myself in many schools of thought. You should be able to do the same thing, right? Mm-hmm. You are a mystic, and do you know you're a mystic, bro? Yeah, got that in your blood, Sufi, because you could go in Islam, you could go with the Israelites, you could go within the Christianity, you could and find, what we look for? The Most High, unconditional caring, the unconditional caring, what they call unconditional love, caring, like the lotus. You know what I'm saying? We find that, it's not to be so kumbaya, you know what I'm saying? Because when you got to get busy and straighten things out, you know what I'm saying? But again, I see that in you, bro. That's nice. Yeah, man. Let me know if you have time to get into the course that I'm going to do, because don't worry about it. I could do a special stipend for you. You don't have to pay, because you're a younger brother, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we could do a special arrangement for you. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. I'm surrounded by some very good people, man. Very strong, talented, One brother just showed me a video of him jumping backwards, like 3 feet onto a board. He jumped backwards, said, poof, on top of a board, and he says, yo, because of the knowledge you've been giving me, I've been applying it to my physics, bro. I'm able to do things, amazing things. I was like, well, that's your calling because I can't do that. No, man, I can't do that.
Hey, C-Loss.
Tell me.
When have you been to the DR before, right?
No, I'm not from.
Oh, you haven't?
I went to Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rico.
I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Paris, France. I've been to Germany, Paris, France. A lot of Mexico, different parts of Mexico. But I've been through all the United States and the Caribbean to Puerto Rico. Yeah. DR is not too far. DR is Haiti. I'm thinking of going there.
You've seen people that look like me that speak different languages?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bro. You gotta check out you gotta check out this this YouTube channel called Caponio TV. He goes in the hood in Santo Domingo. You think you're in Africa. You be like, I mean, you think you're in Africa. The hair and the dress, these people are wild. They're wild. These little village, what they call pueblos, villages, you know, condensed too, all cement. I mean, it's wild. Yeah. I go to Puerto Rico, I see people, I got family members, your complexion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your phenotype, you say that, yeah, that's my cuz. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they're Puerto Rican. You know, the barrio family, in my family, yeah. Or Pachot, Cora y Pachot in Puerto Rico, yeah. Yep.
I've seen pictures of Afro Mexican women, and they look beautiful.
Beautiful. I know. I got a friend of mine. He lives up the block here from Honduras, with a Afro, nice from Honduras. You know, he look a little kind of like, you see a little Mexican in him, but he still got the Afro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see that a lot. Yeah. My family was like that too, you know. Like my mother, I used to love when she used to come down the block when I was younger with a big Afro and hoop earrings and the big Afro coming down the block. I'd be like, Mama, oh, I better give it upstairs. Yeah, Mama.
Hey, what phenotype would you say that Nepal has?
Nepal, I don't know. I mean, you see a lot of Eastern African in her. You see a lot of kind of like Indian. You know, again, that's Native American. You see a lot of Eastern African out of her. Yeah, I see that a lot in her.
Yeah, I would say she does have like.
She did say something about Ethiopia and Eritrea. Yeah, and also because of the mixture of Iberian Peninsula, also the women of North Africa, like Mali, Morocco, those areas like that, or in the Sahara Desert there in Mali, you see that phenotype a lot also. So she can go to Mali on the upper northern side of Mali, fit in perfectly, perfect.
Yeah.
People think Africa is just one phenotype, but it's not. Africa has a long range. But you see, one thing I want to say, everybody concentrate on Africa, right? And the phenotype and the long range of Africa of that. But no one talks about South America.
Brazil.
A lot of resources in South America. A lot of melanated people in South America. You know, a lot of dark, black in South America. You know what I'm saying? They all just want to push one time. And no, you know, hey, listen. Like I said, we have very different texture of hair. We have the old texture, which is the straight, but it's not really straight. It's like an old, you know what I'm saying? They call the original texture, old. I find that beautiful also, man. I find all textures of hair beautiful. You know, I find it all. You know, I have no problem with any of that, because it's just hair. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, I say this: you cut up a Chinese man, You cut up an African man and you cut up a Caucasian man. What are you going to find inside of them?
Blood,
The organs. All the organs look the same?
Yes.
According to right? I don't know. I never cut up a Chinese person, but I guess you will have to research in the mortuary and a Chinese man. But I don't know. I never heard. It's not out there that when they cut up a Caucasian man that he has a different set of organs placement, or an African different set of organ, or a Chinese or an Indian different organ placement. I just never heard of something like that. So far, my standing to reason is that we all have all these same organs. The heart, we all have a heart. We all have intestines. We all have livers. We all have, all these organs, right? And they're all the same color, correct? We all have a brain. We all have brains, right? That's an organ, right?
Yep.
What's the difference?
There really is none.
No, not when you deal with nature science. Now, if you go outside of that and you go to the extremities, then you're going to see a difference, you know what I'm saying, in skin texture and stuff like that. So, did you see the podcast with in Sonetta with that brother, Dr. Ben or something speaking?
Dr. Ben.
Yeah, the doctor from Jamaica, the herbalist doctor. So he claimed he's an herbalist doctor. You didn't see that, bro?
Nah, I don't think I watched that one.
All right, then that's good. We leave it for another day.
Yeah.
It's not important.
Yeah.
Skull size. Quentin Reed says the difference is the skull size. Hey, let me tell you something. Yeah, but that's again an extremity. The skull protects the brain. But yeah, you do have a difference in skull size. But I'm gonna tell you something. You can find a small skull in an African, in a Chinese, and a Caucasian, and Indian. You can find a large skull bro, I see some white dudes with some large ass heads. You can find it in African. You can find it in Indians with a large freaking head. You find all of that. So skull size. That's funny. No, that's an extremity, and you have different skulls. That's another science too. When you study that skull size, the round, the long, the jaw, all that. Anatomy, anthropology studies that a lot, and that's how they're, But now I want to ask a question. So the Neanderthal, the Homo erectus, and all that's what it led me to think about that. Did they have the same organs that we have as Homo sapiens?
It's possible. I mean,
yeah. Did the Neanderthal have a heart?
I'm sure it did.
A lung? He had to breathe?
Yeah.
Did he have a nose, ears, mouth, right? Yeah, eyes to see. Yeah.
I used to listen to Young Pharaoh a lot. I used to think that, I know that, as humans, we're different species of humans, but we're all human beings, right? I used to think that other races, they were different. They I didn't look at them as human.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of doctrine and dogma that teaches that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to concentrate on those differences, just make sure that those differences is because of a different flavor that you want to contribute to that humanity. Like, for instance, when you cook, you want to, cinnamon, nutmeg, you got all these different flavors, right? Mm-hmm. The human race is like that. We got so many different flavors. You got the Chinese flavor, also many different flavors. So we're different in that sense. And yes, the reason why I brought that up because of this doctor guy from and no disrespect from Jamaica was saying about the ammonia, the sulfur that that white people, the Caucasian people have in their system. It's true. There are chemically things because, again, what you see, if you come from the hatred perspective, you're gonna look at it. Oh man, they got ammonia, sulfur, this and that. Oh, they're different than us. You hating. But you gotta understand one thing. These are people that went to another location. So in order for them to survive their environment, they had to develop a buoyancy. They had to develop some type of relationship with that environment. So you find a lot of sulfur up there in Europe. You find a lot, you know what I'm saying? Their whole chemistry changed through time. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that because that's the way they adapt themselves to their environment. You can't hate that. That's not evil. To me, that's not evil. You're adapting to your environment your way. That's how you get down. You know what I'm saying? I used to one time. I used to get very upset, and when I used to ride the train, and I used to stand next to a Caucasian man, and he had some type of a different scent. You know what I'm saying? Bondog said, peace, Bondog. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, Zaid. Yes. And so I was wondering why. What? But then you know what I found out? They eat with a lot of garlic. If you consume a lot of garlic, constantly garlic, like Italian, some race, some ethnic people, some people of different ethnicity, they have a different eating habit. So a lot of garlic, you're gonna smell different. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna sweat that out. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you go with the mind like, oh, they smell like that, but you don't know why, and then you, oh man, I hate, oh man, because they devils and no man, I don't know, I can't get down with that. I'm sorry, I just can't. I definitely don't think that everything is kumbaya. I think that there, you know, there's certain group. This is what I say, and Tori, and every ethnic group that you know, I'm talking about Africans, Europeans, Chinese, they always were a section, a small percentage of them that was involved in slavery. Even Africans in Africa was involved in slavery, enslaving their own people. Chinese did the same thing. The fighting against the Ming and the Yushan, did all that, and enslaving other melanated Chinese people. You know, in India, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not all of them. Not all. It's a small percentage.
Hey, see, you ever you know Dr. Inky, right? Minister
Yes.
Inky.
Minister Inky, yes.
Yeah, you know where he's from or where his family is from? Or his lineage?
No, I thought from Barbados? Oh no. I know he's from
Yeah, because he
Brooklyn.
said that he's African.
I don't know. I honestly, I thought with Barbados, from the early thing from Barbados. I don't know. I really don't know. I know from Brooklyn, you know. And when I started first, noticing Inky was when he was with Polite, and they were doing the whole holistic thing. They were trying to get a business started, holistic business started. Yeah, Barn Dog. He said, look at India. They eat a lot of curry, and it has a smell to it. They smell like curry.
Yeah.
True. You can't get mad at that. That's their culture, man. That's their food. You know, that means I smell like sofrito. I use sofrito in my food, so I smell like sofrito. Spanish people smell different. You know what I'm saying? And so if I was eating a lot of cuchifrito, you know what cuchifrito is, right? Pork skins. Fried pork skins. I used to hate it. I cannot walk in. I used to go to Spanish neighborhood. I couldn't walk in a cuchifrito store because the smell was oil. It was oily, and that smell of fried pork skin, and it's crunchy. They crunchy. I had uncles that were, but they would go in there and come out. I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
Same thing with chitlin.
Right. You gonna, yeah, and ear pork ears. You know, when there was this in the South where people that were enslaved in the South, they started eating the different parts of the pig, like the tail, pig feet, and all that stuff, because that was the part that the slave master used to cut off and throw it out and
Yeah.
give it to them. And they ate what they call that. They call that special, that part of the pig. They got a name for it, man. That it's like one of the top seller meat for them. To do some recording for the Empress a little bit, so I'm gonna leave in a little bit. It's been nice just hanging out with you, man. Good question, skull size. Good question. What? Yeah, Quentin, man. All the blessings to you, Reese. Yeah, yep. There's a lot of, like I said, doctrine and dogma, you can lean on that, but if it doesn't help you to connect to the source, you got a problem, because it's about connecting to the source, right? The source of it. What's the source of nature in this planet? The sun. The sun. And the sun is a black hole with material, with energy, right? Creating a ball of energy, etheric energy, and then it showers that upon the earth to create life and to create our etheric body. That's what I'm saying. That's what, when I read the Bible, that's what the Bible is explaining to me. The etheric self, the sun hovering over the deep of the waters and creating, right? Germinating in the darkness, germinating in the moisture. You see all those elements come to play, and you can see and you say, wow, this is nature. It's the sun, the most high being on this planet, the most high one with the most high frequency. It's that sun. And then the stars. The sun takes its energy from the stars around it, funnels that in, and that's what we got on this planet. I'm not saying it's like that for other planets, y'all. So if you from Mars, you from another planet, then hey, it could be different. I don't know. Yeah. So what's your plan? What is today? Today's Thursday. Anything interesting for the weekend?
On Saturday, me and my family, we're gonna go out to eat, for my birthday.
When is your birthday? Oh, that's how you got a birthday coming up. When?
It's on a Sunday, but we're going out to eat on Saturday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Tori. Happy birthday to you. That's from Sudan, that beat.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so you're right there with the Empresses on Monday. So you're on the Sunday. Oh, man, bless you, bro. You special. My daughter's was on the 12th. Oh. Special people. Yeah, man. Special people.
Your two sons, you have two sons, right?
I got two sons, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, Isaiah and Joshua.
Okay.
Then I got two daughters, Keisha and Raquel. Keisha and Raquel are the oldest, and then I had the two sons later on. And then I got four grandchildren.
Okay.
I got a 13-year-old grandson, and then the three, I got a 4, 3, 2 in that order, granddaughters. Beautiful girls. Beautiful.
Man. Yeah. Two of my cousins, one from my uncle, my dad's brother, his son, and my cousin, which is my grandfather's brother's my grandfather's brother's granddaughter. She looks
Okay.
just like she looks just like my first cousin.
Oh yeah,
Not the
wow.
same
It is
phenotype, but
wow, the
they're
genetics.
her mother is Vietnamese, and
Vietnamese?
yeah, and his father, I mean his mother, the my first cousin, his mother is Filipino and
Oh, so they
white.
got that Oriental. Ah, look, it's
Yeah. And they
beautiful.
both got the same phenotype. Like they look like
Oh,
brothers.
yeah, Filipinos are the what they call the Hispanic Asians.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because they got colonized by Spain.
yeah. Yeah. Good, good. Well, listen, it's an honor. Always, Tori. Thank you very much for coming on. And look tomorrow on FOPI 12. I do the presentation, and maybe if they want to open up the panel, let people in. It's okay. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
know, and we'll check it out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I thank you very much for being here, man. Like always, bro. To the next one. To the next one. To the next one. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day. Oh, somebody's calling me. A scam. Right around this time, I'm getting all these scam calls, bro.
I used to get a lot of them.
Oh man, they had stopped for a couple of weeks. All of a sudden, they picked up again. I was like, no, 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 no. I don't answer it sometimes because I don't know. They got some type of trickery. I don't know what they got going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, all them blessings. I'm going to be out and take care of some. I gotta do some music here. Okay.
All right, peace.
All
Thanks
right,
for
peace,
having
my
me on.
brother. Yes, man. You're always welcome, my brother. Always welcome. Peace and love.
All right.
All right, well, I'm gonna end it here, y'all. We just came on here just to hang out. I usually do. I'm gonna do some music now, and then also do some spiritual, some chanting and stuff like that. I used to do it online, but I stopped doing that because I think it's just personal. But I am going to record some stuff to some of the initiatives, and they're going to have it. You know what I'm saying? And again, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. As I said, shout out to you, Bond Dog, Zay, assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Masalam. I see you later. And Bond Dog, te veo mi hermano, más ahorita, okay? And I'll be probably surfing around the internet too. So if you see me out, taking a little break from my music to get on here and cause havoc, nah. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. Peace.